Right now at 5, Governor Tony Evers targeting your drinking water. Coming up, his $145 million idea.
Plus, the popular restaurant chain hitting diners with an extra charge for eating eggs.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. Governor Tony Evers launching a pricey new plan to combat PFAS.
A big part of it will expand access to safe drinking water. The governor was in La Crosse today, and our own Grace Monk caught up with him. Good evening, Grace. Trying to contact Grace in the newsroom. Grace, are you there?
Ken and Emily, Governor Evers met with French Island officials and residents to discuss his $145 million plan. The plans are part of Evers' upcoming 2025-2027 executive budget. The plan includes grant programs to test municipal drinking water and private wells. It will fund statewide research for PFAS elimination and an emergency supply of clean water. Evers says it will also exempt landowners from paying to clean up PFAS contamination. Today, I spoke with residents in French Island about what they think of Evers' new plan. We'll have that for you tonight at 6.
All right, thank you, Grace.
Elon Musk and an ex-Trump advisor appear to be threatening federal funding to institutions using the word Lutheran, including the Gunderson Medical Foundation. In a post on X, Musk reposted Michael Flynn's post. It accuses groups of using religion, specifically the word Lutheran, as money laundering operations. Musk says Doge is working to shut down payments to those organizations. Gunderson says it has no religious ties, stating, quote, "Any public funding we receive is through existing public programs approved through the legislative process and is used to improve access to health care for our patients." A UW-Madison economics professor joining President Donald Trump's Council of Economic Advisors. Kim Rule is one of 3 economists on the council. She'll advise Trump on domestic and international economic policy. He'll take a leave from UW-Madison while serving the White House.
Happening today, in-person absentee voting for the February 18th primary is underway. La Crosse voters were at City Hall earlier today. You can cast ballots there until 4 p.m. In Eau Claire, early voting is at the elections office near City Hall. For your polling location, visit myvote.wi.gov.
The suspect in the Doe Dodge Inn killing has been ordered to an inpatient treatment facility to be evaluated. 44-year-old Anthony Jackson is accused of the stabbing death of 31-year-old Alex Graff in mid-December. Jackson charged with first-degree intentional homicide and 2 counts of felony bail jumping. According to the criminal complaint, Graff's friend told police Jackson thought they were laughing at him, which led to the altercation. No word on what caused an apartment fire in Chippewa County. It happened today off Highway 124. Fire crews were able to get everyone out of the 12-unit apartment complex. 2 people were hospitalized. No word on their injuries. The fire left 11 people displaced. The Red Cross is helping them out.
Well, it definitely was cold here today, especially in the morning. We had wind chills that were in the 15 to even 20 below. But now we're going to focus on more of the potential for some snow for tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. Now, there hasn't been quite as much as we thought yesterday what was displaying. So we still could see some slick roads going into Wednesday evening and overnight, although we're not expecting a widespread event with this. But overall, as we look at the snow amounts for tomorrow evening, it's really after about 5 p.m. It has come down. Yesterday was more 2 to 4, even higher for Eau Claire. Now we're down to about 1 to 2 and far less as you go further south. Even that area to the south of I-90, we still could see a little bit of freezing drizzle mixed in with that. Otherwise, it was cold. Negative numbers up to the north all the way down to -8, even down Prairie du Chien 10. That doesn't include the wind chill. Now, overnight, it won't be as cold as last night, getting down to 1 to the north. But overall, most of the temperatures are going to be steady for most of the areas that we are currently right now in the teens. Tomorrow, we will climb a lot higher. We'll get closer to seasonal average or even a little bit above as that system begins to approach. But most of the day should remain dry, with just cloud cover going on. This evening, no wind, that's the better story. So the cloud covers, but temperatures fairly cold for this time of year, but just a light wind for La Crosse, holding around 15 or 14 degrees with some high clouds. Overall, not too bad without the wind. Now, granted, we have snow coming Wednesday, but beyond that, we're going to break down. We got some wind that'll occur Thursday, and then we got a bigger storm potentially for this weekend too. So we'll explain all that a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, today is Transit Equity Day, a time to honor Rosa Parks' legacy and push for accessible public transportation nationwide. In La Crosse, free bus rides and local leaders are marking the day. Mayoral and city council candidates spent the day riding MTU buses with city officials and residents.
The access to public transit is vital. Otherwise, there's barriers to get around town, whether it's shopping at a local grocery store, going to work, going on outings with friends. It's always around.
It's part of a 4-day celebration with free rides on MTU buses today and SMRT buses tomorrow.
Well, if you're looking for an affordable home, Habitat for Humanity has 5 houses available, 2 in La Crosse and 3 in Hillsboro. They'll select homeowners based on income, ability to make monthly payments, and need for safe housing. You'll need to take pre-purchase classes and volunteer to be eligible. You can learn more at Habitat's upcoming homeowner expos. Visit habitatlacrosse.org/homeownership to learn more or to apply. La Crosse residents can now apply online for yard waste site permits ahead of the Isle La Plume site opening March 24th. Resident permits cost $25 per vehicle, and contractor access is $1,500 for up to 5 vehicles. The site at 2000 Marco Drive will be open Mondays and Tuesdays from 10 to 6 and weekends from 10 to 4.
A new ramen noodles restaurant is opening in La Crosse. Aikido Ramen will take over part of the former Faze's space. The Minnesota-based chain has locations in the Midwest and on the West Coast. Newsday now has reached out for an opening date, but hasn't yet heard back.
The latest on the recovery efforts from the deadly plane collision over the Potomac River.
Plus, the latest on 2 of President Trump's controversial cabinet picks. Did they clear their first key votes? Next.
Get this stylish sofa for just $295. Get up to 60% off list during our huge President's Sale at Slumberland. Gather around this 7-piece dining set, just $499. You'll get the best deals. The huge President's Sale at Slumberland.
Think spring. Think new flooring. Think Carpets to Go during the February Cabin Fever sale. As Wisconsin's premier flooring store, Carpets to Go has the best in selection and name brands. In-stock laminate flooring starting at $349 per square foot. Receive a free pad with short purchase of 45 feet or under. With free estimates and design, 6 months no-interest financing and installation available, there's no better choice than Carpets to Go during the February Cabin Fever sale. Stop in today.
It's so cold.
I guess I should have called G&T Heating before the furnace went bad. Quite silly, really, with all the things that can go bad with a furnace. Plug vent, rust buildup, dirty flame sensor, the filter. Should have called G&T sooner.
My fingers are freezing. They're numb.
Oh, take my extra pair of gloves.
Extra gloves?
The La Crosse Sports Show is back February 6th through 9th.
Be amazed by Sarah Twister, the incredible performer who balances on her arms while shooting a bow and arrow with her feet.
Get grilling tips from Mad Dog and Merrill.
Learn from top fishing and hunting pros with live demos and expert discussions.
Plus, feed parakeets, try your luck in the trout pond,
and get your trophy rack scored for free.
Come for the deals, stay for the fun.
February 6th through 9th at the La Crosse Center.
Your ticket to outdoor adventure awaits at lacrossesportshow.com.
The huge President's Sale at Slumberland. Get a Sealy Queen for just $399. Shop America's favorite sleep brands with a 365-night sleep guarantee. Up to 60% off right now during the President's Sale at Slumberland.
Yes!
Well, we are following breaking news out of Virginia. Divers recovering the remains of all 67 victims in last week's midair collision at Reagan National Airport. An American Airlines flight and an Army helicopter collided. The news coming as crews today work to recover the jetliner's cockpit from the Potomac. And the NTSB saying that the Black Hawk was flying at 300 feet. The maximum altitude for helicopters in the area is 200 feet.
And breaking political news out of Washington. Tulsi Gabbard's nomination as National Intelligence Director advances in key Senate committee vote. The vote was close, 9-8. The move coming despite concerns raised about Gabbard's past comments, some called sympathetic to Russia, and Gabbard's past meeting with Syria's now deposed leader. And Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is a step closer to leading the Health and Human Services, a committee voting earlier to move him along. The vote was along party lines, 14-13. The full Senate is expected to vote on Kennedy and Gabbard's nominations next week.
President Trump meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu today at the White House. The men discussing the ceasefire with Hamas and more. CBS's Erica Brown reports from the White House.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu arrived for talks at the White House, the first foreign leader visit of President Trump's second term. Hamas says negotiations are underway for the second phase of the ceasefire deal, but Trump has previously warned there is no guarantee it will hold. In Israel, family members of hostages still held in Gaza pleaded for their loved one's return.
I'm standing here in front of the American consulate because we need the United States, we need President Trump and his special envoy, Steve Witkoff, to help us seal the second and the third part of the deal.
Trump signed 2 more executive orders today, withdrawing the U.S. from the UN Human Rights Council and cutting funding for a Palestinian relief agency.
A lot of these conflicts that we're working on should be settled, or at least we should have some help in settling them. We never seem to get help. That should be the primary purpose of the UN, the United Nations.
Many refugees say they'll be watching what comes out of today's White House meeting. This man said, Netanyahu's visit to Trump is anticipated to reflect his future plans to forcibly displace the Palestinian people and redraw the Middle East. I sincerely hope this plan does not succeed.
The Gaza thing has not worked. It's never worked.
Trump has repeatedly touted a plan to clean out Gaza, suggesting Palestinians be relocated to Egypt or Jordan.
I don't know how they could want to stay. It's a demolition site.
Steve Witkoff, the president's special envoy to the Middle East, says it could take up to 15 years to rebuild the destroyed area of Gaza. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Well, Waffle House is adding an egg surcharge amid higher prices. Customers will now have to pay 50 cents more per egg at the restaurant chain. Waffle House says the surcharge is only in place until egg prices come down. Egg prices have soared over a shortage following a bird flu outbreak. Coming up, well, anyone can build a big snowman, but how about a teeny tiny snowman? That story is next.
And we got more snow for Wednesday, but we even have bigger snow event potentially for this weekend too. We'll break down both of them and then show you what the temperatures look like in between. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
You're young, but your bathroom is old. I get it. I visit my kids, grandkids, my precious great-grandkids. Doesn't fit their lifestyle. Not safe. Old and ugly. You'll be amazed at the transformation you can make in just a few days. New tub and shower with all new fixtures, new toilet, new sink and vanity, new flooring, at an investment much less than you might think. Call the Board Store Home Improvements today for a prompt free estimate on your new bathroom.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
The Sparta Innovation STEM Academy, recognized as Wisconsin's #1 charter middle school, has open enrollment until March 31st for incoming 6th graders. Enroll now in meaningful applications of science, technology, engineering, and mathematical concepts. The Sparta Innovation STEM Academy, located in Meadowview Middle School, provides a teacher-led, inquiry, problem-based learning environment. Learn more at www.isasparta.com.
Planning a home renovation? Save money and time by calling Habitat for Humanity's Reclaim program. Habitat will remove your cabinets, flooring, windows, appliances, and more for free. Habitat sells reclaimed items at the Restore rather than sending it to the landfill. With Reclaim, you can save money, go green, and support Habitat. To schedule your free Reclaim service, go to habitatlacrosse.org/reclaim.
We see you out there, giving your whole heart to what you do. That doesn't mean you have to give your whole wallet, too. It's why we make sure that as you find your way, you can find value along the way. Like select dog treats, just $9.99. Get a free $15 gift card when you buy select Blue Buffalo dog food. Plus, rewards members get free same-day delivery on pet orders of $49 or more.
That's what I'm talking about.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
Keeping you safe and ahead of the storm. The First Warn Weather Storm Runner. Only from News 8 Now. Expect more. Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
The snow in Washington state is making news, but so is this.
A woman got creative and built a very tiny snowman. This little fella was seen just hanging out on her balcony. You can barely see it, looking out into the winter wonderland.
That is a winter wonderland out there.
And for just such a small snowman, you'd figured you'd make a huge one out of that. I've made a small one just because I had limited amounts of snow, you know?
I've never made a teeny tiny one, but that's pretty good craftsmanship.
It's pretty teeny. And you know, we do have a small chance of snow headed our way, so you guys might be able to make a teeny tiny snowman yourselves, right, Greg?
I think Saturday you definitely might have an opportunity. For tomorrow for areas, we'll see how much we get. But there is definitely a more active pattern that we're looking at. Really, the big picture shows there's a lot of moisture out to the west and fairly disorganized systems right now, maybe a little bit more organized up towards Montana. But this all is going to push east over the area. The thing is, it's just not going to be that organized, not as much as we even saw last system where we had a nice band set up. This one's going to be fairly disorganized. So, but those will provide a little bit of snow, and the timing is somewhat near the evening commute. So that's one of the concerns we have with the snow coming on. But for most time, Wednesday should be dry all the way through most of the afternoon, in fact, too. Cloud cover, but milder conditions, too. Then we have the snow potentially coming in, evening commute there afterwards. There could be a little bit of freeze and drizzle mixed in, somewhat similar to what we saw Saturday night the weekend, if you remember how much we saw that. That's a similar setup, too. And the snow will continue Thursday, Wednesday night, not a lot. The wind will be probably the story, not really breezy, probably windy, but dry continue on Thursday. The wind will be probably the bigger story going into Thursday. But really, it's not till afternoon you'll start seeing cloud cover really start to thicken up. There's a little bit of the blue out to the west, but overall, this kind of scattered nature begins to kind of rotate up from the southwest into the area. So by the time we get to 3 to 4, we'll start seeing maybe some activity reach maybe I-94. As we go pretty much further on towards the evening hour, you'll start seeing that band kind of push north of Eau Claire, and then we'll start seeing more of this area begin to kind of fill in. Now, even though it's not depicting a lot of snow down here during that time frame, we could see a little bit of that freezing drizzle mixed in regardless of the snow. We'll see that continuing all the way to probably about 3 to 4 in the morning as another line begins to push east. So it's going to be off and on snow showers, not a lot of accumulation each time. It's not going to come down at a heavy rate either. So that'll be the good news. By the time we get to the morning commute, I think we'll be dry. That'll be the bigger story. We still might be some road issues to deal with as temperatures will be below freezing. But the bigger story then going past the morning commute is going to be the wind, and that'll be really the bigger story. Now, snow amounts really have come down even from yesterday. Yesterday, there was a potential maybe a band to set up from Eau Claire northeast. That is now pushed further northwest of the area and even is not as impressive. Overall, a lot of this area is 1 to 2 because it's going to be kind of these little bands of showers coming through. Further south you go, that's south of I-90 is where we could get less than an inch. That's where the freeze and drizzle potential could be at times. There won't be a lot to mount to that. So once again, a small system, but still something to keep an eye on. There's your freeze and drizzle potential, a trace probably is what we're going to see in some of those areas. As you go further south in northern Illinois, that's where I think the freeze and rain issue will be more, and they do have advisories for that area if you're heading into that direction. Otherwise, if we kind of pan this out, you can kind of see the roads, the slick spots will be pretty much during the nighttime. Not expecting a big possibility to see snowy roads with this, as the rate won't come down as high. And then the wind, it'll be the story going into Thursday beyond the morning commute, and that'll be the story going into Thursday. And wind speeds Thursday starting off fairly light at 4 a.m., but notice as we get towards 7, 8, we're already seeing 15 to 20 sustained. This does include the gusts, and that'll really ramp up towards noon hour where we're seeing potentially 20 to 25 out of the west, northwest. Some gusts could be over 40 at times too. So the wind will be the story Thursday to contend with, which could blow around a little bit of snow. Temperatures will start off probably in the noon. They'll start falling Thursday afternoon behind that cold front, but overall still pretty seasonable on Thursday. And then all attention turns to the big story on Saturday, which still looks promising to see a pretty much widespread snow event for all the areas. We're looking at maybe 3 to 6. That could change. The good news, it doesn't last too long. And next week, the bigger story next week is the cold temperatures. And those overnight lows are subject to change depending on how much snow we have on the ground and cloud cover. A lot of areas could go well below zero next week, given that we might have a good snowpack.
A very wintry 8-day.
It's back to where we should be, you know. We kind of got spoiled a little bit at the end of January. Now we're back to winter.
We
All
sure
right,
did.
sounds good.
Thanks, Greg. Well, your big game party will be pricier this year. According to Nielsen IQ, fresh avocados for that guacamole dip up 11% this year. Beer and wine rose 2%, and chicken wings are up more than 7%. Good news, though, prices for broccoli, potato chips, and cauliflower are down.
President Donald Trump plans to attend the Super Bowl in New Orleans. He would be the first sitting president to attend the big game. Officials say that an extra layer of security will be in place. It's unclear if Trump will be rooting for either the Chiefs or Eagles.
While some bears dig in the dirt to keep their nails trimmed, one Colorado bear has a different approach.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now this morning, from paintings to poetry, see how local veterans are sharing their artistic talents, the story behind Toma VA's unique event, and how you can get involved.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Plus, cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union.
Attention business owners. Start 2025 confidently with Your Choice Roofing, your trusted partner for commercial roofing solutions. Our expert craftsmanship and premium materials ensure a roof that stands the test of time. Don't wait. Our schedule is filling up fast. Get ahead of the rush and secure your spot now to protect your building and your bottom line. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today to get started.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made a most noble sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat or power again. 833-WIS-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
Dreaming of a new ride? Apply today at driveultra.org and make your dream a reality. Hey, dogs can dream too. Ultra Federal Credit Union.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
A grizzly bear at a Colorado zoo has a unique way of keeping his nails trimmed. Emmett the bear allows keepers to file his nails in exchange for snacks.
Cheyenne Mountain Zoo said he's trained to put his nails through a panel while keepers hold an electric nail file and wait for him to make contact.
If it were only that easy with my cats. I bribe them with snacks, tell them they're handsome, the cutest. It doesn't work.
Nothing's working?
No, they just hop out of my arms, and then they claw up on my furniture. So.
And it looks like it needed a nail trim. Those things,
yeah, those are big.
Those things are massive right there.
But he's smart. You just comply, you get the big snack.
He gets to enjoy the finer things.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Greg has one final look at your forecast right after the break.
We've done many, many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
We're starting the new year with our biggest sale of the year at Interior Designs Holman. All our carpets are on sale, so you'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimating at your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
Don't settle with the insurance company until you've talked with Schwabel, Getz, and Sieben.
I felt so special. I felt that I was going to be their #1 client.
I just got a great peace of mind knowing that I wasn't a case number, that we were doing this together.
We really did feel like we had a team behind us.
I was really impressed with how they treated us. They were backing us up 100%.
They always have your best interest in mind.
Go to Schwabel.com and fill out a free online case evaluation. There is no fee unless we win.
Brad Schimmel. He wants to bring back the 1849 law that bans all abortions, with no exceptions for rape or incest. Schimmel gave plea deals to child molesters, let domestic abusers walk, with no jail time. And he's the one who let 6,000 rape kits sit untested for 2 years, while survivors waited for justice. That's Brad Schimmel. Too extreme for the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
With a tankless system, you can have unlimited hot water whenever and for however long you need it. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
All right, quiet for most of the day on Wednesday. That snow really is towards the evening commute. Less for La Crosse, a little bit more for up to the north. Could be freezing drizzle. Windy Thursday, and then we'll pay attention to the Saturday. If you got travel plans, definitely pay attention to Saturday with pretty good widespread snow event.
That looks significant based on what we've seen so far.
Exactly.
It does. All right, that does it for us at 5.
Thanks for joining us.